Recent news coming out of Zero Hedge and Reuters and others. What's going on with Q? I thought Q was a good guy, right? I thought he was one of the right. And I thought that the right was conservatives were positive, right? Wrong. Two sides of the same coin, right? That's what I have to say about the left and the right. Have you ever heard one of the presidents say, there is no right or left. All there is a up or down. Meaning, all there is a good and a bad, a right and a wrong. And that is absolutely true, okay? I have been saying all year that the 8-chain phenomenon known as QAnon is bogus. And as time has gone on, evidence has become overwhelming that it is an establishment psyop designed to herd the populace right into accepting the narratives and agendas of the establishment orthodoxy. Whether they're claiming that every capitulation of the Trump administration makes to long-standing neoconservative agendas is actually brilliant 4D chess strategy, or saying that Julian Assange isn't really trapped in the accordion embassy. QAnon enthusiasts are constantly regurgitating talking points which just so happen to fit in very conveniently with the interest of America's defense and intelligence agencies. Absolutely what QAnon is. Defense and intelligence agency strategy. That's exactly what it is. Another strategy to get people under control. A recent Q drop, a fancy name for an anonymous user posting text onto a popular internet troll message board with zero accountability, makes this more abundantly clear than ever, with text reading as follows: Free Iran, fight, 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 regime change. People have the power. We stand with you. Q. Alright, Q. Now we know who you really are. You are a tool of the CIA or the NSA or one of the national security agencies, one of the security agencies for the United States, okay? So, what else do I have for you here? Since we know that Iran is the next one on the list, how do we know? It's the last one, pretty much, on the list. Okay, right here it says, this is General Wesley Clark saying this when he was General of the United States. Okay, he said we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years under the Obama administration. Now, right here it said, this is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq, then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, finishing off in Iran. I said, is it classified? He said, yes, sir. I said, well, don't show it to me. And I saw him a year or so ago, and I said, you remember that? He said, sir, I didn't show you that memo. Didn't show it to you. Okay, so he wants to act like he didn't see it, right? Keep him out of trouble. This is definitely stuff that people in power like to do, pretend like they don't know anything, while the whole time they are the ones doing this exact same shenanigans. Okay, so what else is going on, okay? Iran-backed Iraqi militias say they will not be silent over the alleged U.S. strike. That's what's been going on. The United States has been feeding money to these terrorists, just pretending that, you know how the CIA does it, okay? We've already gotten leaks from numerous people, and thanks to Julian Assange, we now know the National Security Agency is spying on all of the citizens through televisions like Samsung, okay? I need to get the Samsung TV out of my room right now. Right now, I have a blanket over it every day because I really think they're going to be looking at me. Go check it out. NSA spying on citizens through televisions. Just put that in the Google and see what comes up, right? So, here we are. Iran-backed Iraqi militias say that the U.S. has strike. U.S. does not say they did anything, of course. Let's check out what happened here. To the Americans, we say we will not be quiet about this attack. Senior PMF Commander Jamal Jafar Ibrahimi known by his Nam Digere Abu Mahdi al-Mohandes, said in a video message. In a news conference, Mohandes said the PMF had collected fragments of the missiles used in the strike, which he said proved it was a U.S. attack. This followed an accusation by the PMF on Monday that the U.S. airstrike wounded a further 12 of its members in the Syrian border town of Abu Kamal. The United States has denied involvement in the strike. The Iraqi military said none of its troops tasked with securing the Iraqi-Syrian border had been hit by the airstrike. Iraqi forces hit by the airstrike had not made contact nor coordinated their presence there with Iraqi's Joint Operations Command, the military added. The PMF bolstered Iraqi security forces during their battle to retake a third of the country from the Islamic State, helping secure victory against the militants. They were later formally integrated into Iraq's official security structure. Though Iraq conducts cross-border strikes against the Islamic State positions in Syria, its security forces do not maintain a ground force. However, several PMF militias have supported Syrian government forces on the ground for years. Mahande is one of Iran's most powerful allies in Iraq. He formerly headed the Kataib Hezbollah militia, one of the closest to Tehran. The two brigades hit in the last week's airstrike were affiliates of Kataib Hezbollah. The dispute comes amid escalating tensions between the United States and Iran, precipitated by U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to pull out of a 2015 nuclear agreement. Washington last month said it would impose new economic sanctions on Tehran, raising the prospect of direct military confrontation between their allies in the region. So we definitely know that Iran's on the list, and they should never got of in that agreement in the first place. I think we knew what we were doing when we got in that agreement in the first place. We gave them all the money, the terrorists in Iran, all the money to do what they've done in the Middle East, and at the very end, when they've done their job, now we're pulling out. Okay, this is all planned takeover of the Middle East to get their oil and to get all of their goods that they have over there in the country. There's so much resources and materials, and this has all been planned by the CIA, deep state in the United States, and President Trump, just sad to say, he's got a good heart, and I could tell a lot of the stuff he wants to do is he wants to do a lot of good for the country, but he's in the mix of some of the people that are still in there in power, and so all the people that he's got around him, some of the leftovers, the Obama leftovers, and these deep states that are secret involved that he has no idea is even involved with them, and they could be some of the people that are his right hand man, so President Trump definitely needs to check everybody that's around him to make sure that he can trust people. um, a lot of these people that he's put into power are actually bad people. We've seen it, you know so people that he's put in his administration, some like Goldman Sachs leaders, other people, that are known members of the deep state. So I don't. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe he's part of them. And if he is, he's a really, really good actor. Because boy, he had me fooled. You know, I honestly think that Trump's a good guy. He's trying to get us switch us over into a new system. Just think he's dealing with a lot of the leftovers that are in there, and he doesn't know who to trust really. Okay, he's got a lot of people to talk to. What else is going on? Did I show you U.S. lawmakers want Iran blacklisted from the international finance system? That's right. Iran was taken off the Financial Action Task Force blacklist as part of an incentive package provided by Obama in the run-up to the landmark nuclear deal killed by President Trump in early May. In the push to save its deeply flawed nuclear deal, the Obama administration unwisely backed a wide range of economic relief for Iran, including through the FATF. In June 16, the administration supported the FATF's decision to suspend countermeasures against Iran for 1 year, following Tehran's submission of an action plan to the FATF to address deficiencies in its anti-money laundering, counter-terrorist finance policies. For the last years, the AFTF has continued to suspend these countermeasures at a 6-month intervals, despite the continued dangerous and belligerent actions of the Iranian regime. Many reports have indicated the regime in Tehran actually increased financial support for its terror proxies in the wake of the nuclear deal. Portman and Royce, chairman of the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations and chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, say that the new revelations uncovered through congressional investigations into the Obama administration's secret diplomacy with Iran make it all the more important for the Trump administration to take concrete steps against Iran's terror support networks. The AFTF will meet next week in Paris, where Portman and Royce hope to see substantive action against Iran. This upcoming FATF session is particularly important following the recent release of the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations report exposing new details about the previous administration's effort to give Iran access to the U.S. financial system, including through consideration of a general license for the e-conversion of two non-United States dollar currencies through the limited use of the United States dollar as an intermediate currency, wrote the lawmakers. It's time to recognize that Iran has failed to take the necessary steps, said he, despite its pledges to years ago to be removed from the list. High risk and non-cooperative jurisdictions, the letter states. The United States should now utilize its influence within the FATF to reimpose countermeasures against Iran and protect the international financial system. You could read this if you'd like. I'll go ahead and put a link there for you. Hope you gained something out of this today. I sure did. I knew this whole time that the United States is trying to do regime change in the Middle East, and they're like a television show. They make you and the populace believe something's going on, and really they have other motives and incentives, okay? It's all about money and power to these people. They want to control more, they want to get more, and they don't care if they're killing a bunch of women and children and innocent people in the midst, as long as they can get more and more control. And this is sick. These people need to get taken out of office, and this, I believe, is happening. We are now in the time of Aquarius, which means that the people are going to take back sovereignty of our planet. Okay? Consciousness is evolving like never before. People are gaining knowledge of things like our true history, what's really going on in government. Thanks a lot for coming and checking this out today. Please like and subscribe, donate if you can, and I'll be having some more truth videos coming out real soon. Have a great day.